Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to do the walk around of the Oshkosh Striker Global Series. This is a 3,000 gallon truck. Right here is the bumper turret and the roof turret. The larger 3,000 gallon trucks, the bumper turrets are actually stronger than the roof turrets. They're kind of transitioning over to that style for our airport. This is where you feel the low attack, some hydraulic fuel, and then you can also on the other side fill the windshield wiper, the water for the reservoir. Here moving along we have the dry chemical hose reel. It is 6 pounds per second. That is if you want to manually reel it. And then moving on we have compartment here. So here's our pre-connects. 150 feet. These nozzles are rated for only like 90 psi. They are basically, as a firefighter, you're gonna pull these hand lights. So this one is gonna go off the right side of the truck. This one pulls out the left side. Once they pull it out, the driver can go ahead and hit these switches, and then, or if he's in the cab, he can press right hand or left hand. We have it labeled here so it's easier, but it would be your primary and secondary hand lines from the pre-connect. So he would hit that in the cab, and then when the firefighter pulled this, the old style was a pin, but this one, when it feels that this knuckle is turned, when the hose line is pulled, then the water will be released. The truck will sense that the nozzle is ready for water. So that's kind of how this system works. Also, if you wanted to go from a discharge, you could use this discharge instead. We have reducers. You could reduce it to an 1.75 inch, or you could use a 2.5 and then maybe into some kind of manifold, and then split it into, or a gated Y, and then split it into 1.75 inch from there. Okay, moving on. That's a master drain, and then you could gate down using that lever as well. There you can see it'll turn out when the firefighter pulls it, and that will release the flow. And then we use the roll-up doors, just in case some of our older doors that swung outwards, there's just a higher chance that somebody is gonna drive it out with the door open and take a door off, which has happened. So this is to bleed your air lines for your brakes. So we just check that there's no moisture in there. And then this is kind of in my pump panel video. You can go ahead and look at that. I go into detail into centrifugal pump and the piston pump for the fuel. But yeah, you can go check out that video if you want a more detailed explanation of that compartment. And then moving on to the rear driver's side, or left side. And then you have your engine. That's your DEF system. This is your diesel fuel fill station. Have these clips you take off, and then you can put down this little step ladder. Here's your light, and then also your master shut off. So if that's up, the truck will not start. And then you have your engine. It's a Scania. It used to be Cat 16s, the older trucks. When they went to Scania, there's your power divider stick and your transmission oil. There's all your filters, power divider. So it's all kind of conveniently placed together. You can check your sight glass for your coolant, and then the fill for the coolant is up on the roof, on the top of the truck. But that's pretty much it for that compartment. And then we have these little giant ladders, and then you have this ladder to get up on the roof. You have some tow hitches. Ladder pulls down. Here's your roof. Okay, that's a look at the snozzle. Here's our tanks for our foam and for our water. And then you could check if it's bedded properly. You could also manually bed it. There's levers to manually bed the boom. And then that's your dry chemical fill. And we have 500 pounds of Purple K dry chem. And then that is our piercing tip here to pierce the fuselage. And then here's our flare for our camera system, which is connected to the nozzle. So moving on, this is the battery to kill the electrical. You would turn that switch and then the truck wouldn't start. There's your oil dipstick. This is the opposite side of the left side, or I'm sorry, the right side rear compartment. And then you have your batteries. Your batteries was in there. Tires, and then coming on to the right side, moving towards the front, you have the generator. This is where we keep our medical equipment, AEDs, oxygen, tank, Onan generator for our lights and other accessories, foam fill, water fill lights, and then there's our fire extinguishers. This is our nitrogen bottle for our dry chem, propellant system, hand line on the opposite side. Here is our pneumatic hose line if we needed to use the AJAC tools or any kind of pneumatic tools, or if we needed to use our electric, any electric tools. You have a box here you plug in, and then you could run this out towards a car if you had a car fire, or anything that you would need. These situations, you have this, and then you could run it out. And this is where the officer sits. And then if you're curious about inside the cab, I have an inside the cab video. This was just a quick walk around. But yeah, this truck's really good. I feel like they really improved it. All these lighting systems is a lot more efficient. You can pretty much get nice LED lighting on the scene all the way around the truck, which was a little bit of an issue with prior models. Just the lighting was a little was dark. The problem with this is these lights are so bright that when you're driving at night, it does reflect off of the windshield when you're driving at night. So you just got to be careful with how you use the lighting. And then these lights obviously help shine for these turrets. So this turret is 650 GPM low flow, 1250 high flow. So it's really strong. This whole assembly can drop down if you wanted to get almost to the ground level and shoot, shoot foam or keep fire away. You could roll it on in front of the truck, and then also you could use the boom for high attack, low attack, and extend it out. But yeah, it's a good truck. I like driving it, and I think it was an upgrade from previous models. But anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.